So remember when I made that giant Mod Podge Easter bunny and accidentally made it my entire personality? Yeah, well now she has friends, and honestly, these mini ones might be even cuter. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Danielle, a DIY obsessed homebody, mom of 3, and the creator behind Wire and Rose, where I share elevated but budget-friendly projects. Today, I'm showing you how to make these small, designer-looking Easter bunnies using simple supplies that you may already have and a little bit of creativity. First, I used 2 different sized craft eggs and gently pushed my thumb into the smaller one so that it would sit nicely on top of the larger egg. Then I hot glued those together. For the ears, I shaped craft wire into bunny ears. And while I am a professional jeweler, I did not need to use my jewelry tools to form these. The wire is really soft, so I was able to form these without any issues. I wrapped 2 elongated loops, and then I just cut the wire with some heavy-duty scissors. And then I did something that feels slightly illegal, but worked so well. I painted nail polish between the wires and left them to dry on parchment paper. This filled the ears in and created a flexible, solid surface. But if you wanted to skip all of that madness and just use cardboard, just like I did on the giant bunny, that's totally okay as well. So pretend I haven't decorated this bunny yet. We're just pushing the ends of the wire down into the head and securing it with hot glue. Then I painted the entire bunny with 1 coat of white spray paint. But don't skip this step, because I learned the hard way that if you don't paint your bunny first, it'll alter the napkin print entirely and the result won't look as clean or consistent. For the bases, since these are small, they need a little help standing up. I finished these in 2 different ways. I'll show you the second way a bit later, but for this first one, I cut a small opening in the bottom egg, dropped a rock inside for weight, sealed it up with cardboard and hot glue, and once it was decorated with the napkins, you would never know. And now for the magic, the Mod Podge and these beautiful paper napkins. Start by removing the top ply and setting the bottom ply aside. We're only using this printed side. Cut out sections of the napkin that you want to use on your bunny. Set those aside and paint a layer of Mod Podge over your bunny, and then place the sections that you had cut out on the bunny and another layer on top of Mod Podge. You can do this in sections or you can try to do it all at once, but I did find that the Mod Podge dries really quickly. For this one, I left the wire white and I just Mod Podged inside the ear, and I thought that looked really cute. It was almost like piping around the ear versus wrapping the entire wire. That's why I love coming up with my own DIYs like this one, because it just gives me the opportunity to experiment and to come up with different designs. And you can choose to use my design or you can kind of tweak it to make it your own. For the second one, I glued the bunny onto a wood slice from a tree limb that I cut, which instantly made it look like something so handmade and so rustic and cute, maybe something you'd find at a boutique. And then the final touch, a little ribbon around the neck, because apparently even my crafts need accessories. I started with 1 bunny and now I have a full bunny friend group forming, and I'm not mad about it. So if you try this DIY, please tag me, because I need to see your bunny army. And if you missed the giant version, she's on my channel too, and clearly the one who started all of this. And by this, I mean my obsession with these DIY Mod Podge bunnies. If you loved this little project and want more DIYs that look way more expensive than they actually are, make sure you're following me over on Instagram so you don't miss the behind the scenes, extra tips, and all the projects that don't always make it here. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe, because it really does help support my channel and lets me keep creating more tutorials just like this one. Every single interaction makes a huge difference, and I appreciate you more than you know. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.